Okay, so I saw this clip posted by Keemstar over on Twitter, which I know, get your laughs out of the way now, get all the jokes out of your system. I know, source, drama alert, I know, very reliable news source, it's funny, Keemstar's a weird guy, call him a gnome, say what you have to say, bring up the fact that he dated like a 20-year-old or something. Hey, I don't know really too much about that. I did hear that he was like 45 getting with like a 22-year-old, which is kind of wild. I'm not gonna lie, Keem. You know, maybe look for someone your own age if possible, but that has nothing to do with what we're talking about today. I'm sorry, Keem, you're catching a stray bullet on this one. You did nothing wrong. You posted a clip that I'm using for the video, but I mean, you are you, so I can't really not roast you whenever I talk about something that involves you. But anyway, Keemstar posted this clip over on his Twitter account that kind of reminded me of an old conversation that had to be had around like YouTube fan culture and stuff like that hasn't been had in a long while, that I sort of want to reignite as a conversation because I think it's going to be important, especially now because like we're done with COVID. COVID's a thing of the past, and IRL content could totally prosper in the next year or two. Like there could be a total vlog renaissance with YouTube content. There could be a huge rise of new vlogging content, which I mean there kind of already is to an extent. Like look at Jadion, look at Loaf, look at Balin, Levine, look at like what Sneeko is doing for a bit. I mean there definitely is gonna be, I think, a bigger rise of IRL content. Also Fulcrum, I forgot to mention Fulcrum. You guys know the guy who just kind of walks around like Walmart and smokes his marijuana and gets absolutely blasted, dude. He's going crazy. That entire Smash Bros roster of vloggers, I think there's going to be even more of them as we head into 2023. I think somebody this year is going to vlog and really blow up because like 2023 is going to be the year from like start to finish there's not going to be any COVID. At least that's my hope / prediction. Obviously in like 6 months they could say, oh yeah, hey America, sorry you were having so much fun living a normal life, but the new COVID variant just dropped. It's the Omicron variant. You're going to have to hide your homies and never see them again because this one's deadly. The Omicron variant can worsen your eyesight, make your legs itch, and gives you homosexual tendencies, so this one's really going to be a doozy on the economy as well. It's going to hurt a lot of people. There's going to be another major recession. Everyone's going to have to sell their house. The market price of CSGO knives is going to go drastically down. The gamers are going to be down bad. Everyone's going to listen to Juice WRLD. Juice WRLD's going to gain 30 million new monthly listeners. There's going to be a brand new opioid crisis. Everyone is going to start popping perks and sipping drank. Everyone's going to be tapping the purple drank. And then the world's going to explode basically. But no, a little bit of a theoretical side tangent there. But obviously I think this year is going to be pretty good for IRL content. And honestly, like little, prediction into what I may be doing after I face reveal. Dude, I could totally see myself doing some sort of IRL content, but we will talk about that at a later date. In the meantime, just get me to 400k subs so I can face reveal, just subscribe if you haven't yet already. But yeah, I bring up the vlogging content and the IRL content because I think the fan base of IRL content makers and vloggers alike can attract a fan base that is a little bit young and unhinged. Like, I don't know if you guys were old enough to be on YouTube when Logan Paul was like at the top of the game. Like he quite literally had YouTube by the metaphorical balls. But yeah, this guy had a crazy fan base, like the Mavericks, whatever, the Low Gang. I don't know, man. The Low Gang was pretty dangerous. There was a whole lot of them. Just in terms of the size of like gangs in the United States, I have to say the Low Gang had a pretty strong presence in like 2017. The Low Gang's crimes were not those of violent nature, but rather those of psychological damage to the mainstream YouTube viewer who just wanted to go and watch something peaceful, but was disrupted by Logan Paul and his screaming child audience everywhere they went. There's even this one clip of Logan Paul having to like run away from a literal mob of fans that were like chasing after him at like one of his events or something like that. It's a pretty iconic clip. I'll play it right now.
Logan Paul comes to big time.
But yeah, the point is that I think IRL content makers have a pretty distinct fan base in the sense that their fan bases tend to be kind of crazy, but it does make a lot of sense when you think about it. Like a lot of these vloggers, they are like loud in front of a camera in public, and they're, kind of like the center of attention for the entire sidewalk that they might be occupying. So it kind of follows that their fan base might also be like kind of loud and a little unhinged. So I mean, it makes sense in that front. And this can cause like various levels of consequences. I mean, yeah, there's like small inconveniences like, okay, you're just out to eat like a burger and like 5 5 people come up to you asking for a picture, yeah, that's a little inconvenient and you'll just do the picture and whatever, but it's not going to be the end of the world. You know, maybe the restaurant's a little quiet and then your fans just kind of go crazy, like, I love you, Logan, I wear your merch while I touch myself. Like, yeah, they could go sicko mode, but like being asked for a picture or just like, you know, for a video or something like that, it's kind of small. Unless it's happening all the time, I feel like no one's really complaining. Then there's like a step above that of like people kind of like either mobbing you in public, swarming you in public, or like just recording you while you're just trying to do normal human shit, which can be pretty annoying. But even then, while those things are terrible and I don't support them, they are not the worst case scenario. We all know that the worst case scenario is violence, right? If you're Logan Paul, at all times you have to have like security on you, right? Like you really can't go anywhere anymore. The two biggest fears that I would have had if I was Logan Paul in his 2017 like YouTube takeover would be someone's trying to hurt me while I'm in public, or I'm being stalked, right? Like I'm being watched. Well, in case you guys don't know, there had to be a legitimate like, you know, father-son level talk that had to be had on YouTube back in 2017 around that period of time, because there were these crazy fans that would show up to these YouTubers' houses, these like vlogging YouTubers like Ricegum. They'd show up to their houses in Los Angeles and say, hey bro, can I get a picture? Hey bro, my mom's with me. Can you like, you know, take some selfies with me and my mom? It's like, bro, what? You're at my house. I live here. Leave me alone. One of the biggest stories that happened, I believe, around this time period was when FaZe Banks and Ricegum lived together in this big mansion in Los Angeles. They like left the door unlocked or something, and this guy like literally walked into their house and was just like in their living room with like a GoPro just vlogging the house. And FaZe Banks like had to go up to him and be like, hey, what are you doing here, bro? Like, and he smashed his camera and some shit. And FaZe Banks actually got a fair amount of backlash for breaking the kid's camera. But it's like, dude, some guy is in this man's house. Like, he's literally being intruded upon. So that story, and I believe a few other instances, led to the conversation around like YouTube fans showing up at YouTubers' houses. And literally YouTubers had to come forward and say, hey, yeah, don't show up at my house, okay? I like, you know, getting pictures with fans in public. I support it. It's why I do YouTube. But at my own house, like, you shouldn't know where I live to begin with. But more importantly, don't just knock on my door for a picture. Like, I need my space. And I think, you know, being a YouTuber, honestly, just being a normal person, I think this is more than reasonable. In fact, I think it's like expected. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today a clip posted by Keemstar, like I said, highlights a person, a mom, who brought her kids to a YouTuber's house for pictures. You know, like she just found this guy's house. I guess he lived nearby. Her kids knew that he's a YouTuber and that he lived nearby or something like that. And this mom drove her kids over to this guy's house, this random guy's house, to get pictures with him. And I'll play the clip.
We see the dog. I know. Up top. See it? Oh, it's down there. Oh, stop it right now.
Hey guys,
I'm sorry.
I'm assuming you guys watch the videos.
Yes, we're just big fans. We just wanted to say hi. That's all.
Yeah, I'm just filming a video right now. What? Like, I'd be more than down to take pictures like right after this.
Seriously?
Yeah, literally,
How
it's
long?
like 45 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to see lights.
Okay.
Can we just take one picture right now?
Sure.
And then we're done?
Yeah, so we just saw the clip. I don't know the YouTuber in that video, to be honest, but it doesn't matter, okay? This guy could have 5 subs. This guy could have 5 million subs. What you just watched in that video is totally not okay. It's unacceptable. It's bad parenting, and it's just like, I think illegal, probably. What you saw in the video was a mom who took her kids to some random stranger's house, and I have no idea how they got the address, but basically, yes, a mom took their kids' requests to go to this probably Fortnite YouTuber that they watch his house, that they somehow have the address for, and knock on his door randomly and ask for photos. Now, before I get into talking about this, I just want to say these kids are not to blame at all. These kids are like super young. They're minors, right? They're like, what, like 12? Do not, you know, harass these kids. This is all 100% the mom's fault, okay? This is unacceptable. And I wouldn't have blamed the guy whose door got knocked on if he said, hey kids, can you like walk away for like 10 seconds? I have to talk to your mom. And then he just like cursed out the mom. What the hell do you think you're doing, woman? This is my own house. I live here. How did you get my address? You're stalking me. I don't know you. I don't know your family. I make videos. I'm a stranger. Leave me alone. And he would be totally justified in doing that. Like, I would 100% support this guy. But he was nice, and that's worse. I think it's worse that he was nice, because him being nice shifts the goalpost of like what people can expect now when they show up to, you know, YouTubers' houses and streamers' houses uninvited. Okay, sure, like, yeah, maybe one clip isn't gonna do it. One TikTok clip going viral isn't gonna do it. Isn't gonna make, you know, the entire YouTube community community now think that it's okay to show up to random YouTubers' houses, but bro, it might have some kind of an impact. That's still really bad, dude. Like, I think this TikTok clip got like 100,000 likes or something like that. Bro, you know how many kids use TikTok? 100,000 likes is crazy. They may think, wait a second, oh, this is okay. They're gonna have a good reaction when I show up to their house, or I ask my mom to drive me to my friend's house, but really it's a YouTuber's house. Yeah, I hate to break it to you, Timothy and Justin. YouTubers do not like when people show up at their houses. I could probably say that better. YouTubers don't like it when fans randomly show up at their houses asking for pictures and stuff. I could say it's uncomfortable. I could say it's creepy. I could say it's, you know, inconvenient and rude and annoying. But bro, like, it's scary. I would be a schizophrenic psychopath if I thought at any point in the day there's a chance of like some random kid, like a family of 5 showing up at my doorstep with smiles, toothy smiles, saying, hey mister, can we get a picture? We love your Fortnite videos. Like, no, screw your picture. Go home. Leave me alone. I'm at my house. I'm not doing the YouTube thing right now. I'm actually a normal person off camera that has a life, okay? Did you know I eat dinner? Wow, shocking, right? Yeah, I do that meal thing that everybody does in this country because I actually am just a normal person at the end of the day. I'm not just some TV, YouTube personality. I breathe, I poop, I pee, I throw up. Sometimes I scratch my balls when nobody's looking. I know I shouldn't say that because I'm just a YouTuber and I have to have this polished image all the time, but no, dude. And the reality is, in my own home, I want to be a normal person doing normal person shit without the fear of, like, you know, an entire family finding where I live somehow and coming to my door, and I want to be able to do that in peace. This guy just isn't setting the right example by entertaining these people, and I understand that, like, it's hard for him to get mad when he may not just feel the compulsion to actually get mad. Like, you know, maybe him seeing these smiling people at his doorstep that like his videos, maybe that genuinely made him feel happy. Maybe it felt good for him to see the actual real people that he's, you know, positively affected with his content. And I can understand, you know, how that may not make you mad to begin with, but you have to understand this implication, right? Your reaction in that moment is like a rare reaction for a YouTuber who has been literally stalked and interrupted and just made to be completely uncomfortable, and they now feel pressured to like entertain these people because they support them. It's just not fair, bro. So yeah, I definitely don't have that many parents in my audience, so this message is probably gonna fall on dead ears, but parents, do not bring your kids to YouTubers' houses, okay? Do not bring your children to YouTubers' private residencies. And my message to YouTubers, because I know I have some YouTubers in my audience, if your face is public and you're big enough, which I don't even know if I have like that many famous people watching my stuff, dude, do not be that guy who's like just okay with people coming to his house to get pictures with him, or, you know, some people even come and like they'll knock on your door and they'll be like, hey, can I get a house tour? No, you can't get a house tour. Leave. So I don't really think there's anything, you know, super complicated and esoteric that I have to say. Like, I'm not going to give you a self-defense training course on how to deal with like this certain situations. I'm just going to say, just don't be an idiot. Like, don't show up to strangers' houses, even if you think you know the stranger through YouTube videos. Just don't do it. Also, YouTubers, even if you may think it's cool to just have like fans come and meet you randomly, and it may feel cool to have like that power and that recognition and that clout, bro, it's really not. Like, all you're showing to the world is that you have no self-respect to the point where you're literally gonna have random people come to your door and take time out of your day because they want pictures in your own private house. Like, bro, it's just whack. But yeah, that's my take on this entire situation. Let me know if you guys agree with me down in the comments below, and if you disagree, I'd like to hear why. And yeah, leave a like on this video if you enjoyed. Follow my social medias, links are all down below, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out.